Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with the Craft Space. Welcome to day 16 of my December daily challenge. And the challenge is not to anybody but myself to make sure that I do this. And so thanks for coming along. And today's going to be a real quick one because I have a real busy day today. And I thought I would journal right here in front of you on the page. I was just getting stuff out, was wrapping a few presents that I needed to. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to try my luck with one more day, getting them off in the mail. Not guaranteed that they're going to be to the recipient, but they're going somewhere close. So again, fingers crossed. But I thought, well, I have a bunch of little scraps and we can't throw them away, and I don't really have a lot of time to make them into something, nor do I want to store them. So I thought, well, heck, why don't I just use them in today's layout for my December daily? So I thought I'll just kill two birds with one stone, put it all in one video, and bring you along. I always like to take my dangle charm off just because it can get in the way if I still haven't added anything else. I do want to add my, I do have a little book that I made of the book that I'm trying to read throughout December. That's really going by the wayside, but there we go, that's a little better. But we can do that on another video. All right, so let's find a good page. I thought, where are we? I don't want to not use enough of the pages, but I also don't want to get so far into it and then realize that I don't have any pages left. So we are almost midway through the second signature of this. Oh, no, we're not. We're still good. Oh, we have plenty. We have plenty. Okay, but I think I want a full page. I don't want to cover that up. I just did that. I don't want to go too far because then we're going to get, yeah, we might have to go back to back a little bit. You know, I'll only do one side. Instead of doing a full, I'll just do one half. But again, it's just right there. I know the choices, right? We'll just do this page for today. It's a nice avocado dyed page, and we're going to cover it with our wrapping paper, our tags, a little box that I got a little overzealous with and I ripped. So I thought that would be fun. And you can see just how simple and how it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't have to be super fancy when you're doing your December dailies or when you're doing your journaling. It just has to be meaningful to you. So there you go. I'm going to, and you can hear lots of noise in the background with me dropping things and trying to get on top of things and organize. I am working on a very, very small desk, and it makes it a little bit more difficult when I don't have my big studio table to work on, but we will make it work. So I'm going to use just some of the bits and pieces of wrapping paper that I had left over. Let's see, but I'm not using much of a big page, so let's, I think my dogs can see something outside in the back. As you can hear them barking at whatever is going on out there. I apologize for that. And I'm going to once again use my Fabrifix glue, and we'll just attach these down. I find that the glue stick does not work very well on some of this coated slippery wrapping paper, so we'll go ahead and use that. We'll just put him in the corner. He looks like a corner piece. And I accidentally wrinkled this up and threw it into the bin, the trash bin. So then I was like, oh, wait a minute. He would be perfect for my December daily. So I pulled him back out and tried to flatten it a little bit. So that's why these are a little bit wrinkled. And this one got wrinkled because this is the piece that, you know, that outer piece that when you're storing it, boy, this will not rip. Look at this little foily bit. It's the outer piece that tends to get a little bit banged up when you're storing it. So that's why this one is a little wrinkly. And it's not really going to match this other page. I probably should have thought this ahead, but you know what? I really need to not worry about how matchy it is or how perfect it is, but just that when I go back and look at this next year, I'll look at the 16th and know that that was the day that I got the majority of my gifts wrapped. And I spent the day watching, you know, some movies, some fun Christmas movies, and then getting a few presents wrapped and taking a nice quiet day of trying to not stress myself out, which I usually do for the holidays, but this year I'm trying to do something different. And usually when I'm wrapping presents, I try to come up with a theme for wrapping paper, and everybody gets their own wrapping paper so that I don't have to use gift tags. But this year it's very willy-nilly, and I'm doing it just a little differently this year. So this one says, it's kind of like a foily thing, Merry Christmas, merry and bright, 'tis the season, here comes Santa Claus. That's kind of random. There's all kinds of sayings on there. And this one seems to rip okay, so we'll just take a little piece of that to cover in this little corner. Whoops, and let's not do it upside down. And we just want to make sure that we don't cover Santa's face, because that would be kind of silly. Let's see what this says. It says, and bright, here comes, 'tis the Christ. Okay, there we go. That's kind of like when those old magnetic letters that we would have for the, on the refrigerator. Did you guys have those back? I think they were in the 80s or 90s. Those little fridge magnets that were all words, and you could, I think it was called magnetic poetry, and you could go by and make a little poem on what's left, and then somebody else could switch it around and make a different poem. And it never seemed to ever make sense. That's what this little words sound like to me. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and just get that all the way to the corner, or to the crease. We'll get that down. And yeah, I'm not going to try to cover the whole thing. I'm just going to try to use up at least a little bit of all of the paper that I have. And then this one is a little Happy Holidays. I think instead of ripping this one, I might try to cut this out so I just get one of the Happy Holidays. So how are you guys doing on your December dailies? Have you been able to keep up? Have you found any pitfalls in or struggles in trying to do yours every day? I don't know if I'm going to be able to journal on this page once I get all this craziness on here, but I will tell you, this goes completely against the grain for me, this new way of journaling, and but it's been freeing, and it's been kind of making me look forward to getting creative again and getting back into the studio and making some more journals and filling up my stash to fill journals and to start filling the shelves of my Etsy shop, because they're a little bit empty right now since I haven't had a lot of time to create for the since all those craft sales happened. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'll just fold it over and we'll trim that later. All right, what do you think? That's pretty good. This is one of my favorite wrapping papers. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I love anything Nutcracker. So there was a little extra. There's some Claire, little soldier. I think we'll just cut him out and use him because I'm really running out of room. But I want to add him. Just love anything to do with the Nutcracker. It's one of my just absolute favorite themes when it comes to the holidays. It's very hard for me to turn down a good Nutcracker. I just I was looking for one of those giant decals to put on my my water cup and I couldn't find one, and then I ended up at the Dollar General dropping packages off, and there just happened to be a giant one of those cups, those big water cups, and it had nutcrackers all over it, so I had to buy it for myself because it was 50% off. So how can you turn down a gift that's perfect and it's on sale over the holidays? And then I found another one when I was out the other day as well, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't need that many of them, so I curbed my spending and did not get a second nutcracker cup. I know, big long story just to go along with this, but this is the kind of stuff that I think goes through all of our brains while we're journaling, and just gives you a little thought process, helps you think about the holidays. Do you think I should stick her on there too? Yeah. Need a little Claire and the nutcracker. I grew up going to the Nutcracker downtown Chicago when I was little with my mom. We used to get all dressed up in a little velvet dress and freeze our keisters off walking to the ballet, and then going out for hot cocoa and stuff afterwards. So it's just become a tradition, and so now look at how cute. I didn't even plan that. Look at how cute they are. All right. And then this snowflake was attached to one of my tags, and it popped off. So I think I might add this so it sticks out the side. What do you think? Yeah, I'll wait till the end to put that on. And then I have a little bit of this tissue paper that I thought, it's a little sparkly tissue paper. I don't know how to incorporate that. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm trying to be too out of the box, but let's just try it here. Let's see if I can maybe just fan fold it up a little bit. What do you think of that? Yeah, I'm going to try it. We're going to try it. And if it falls apart and it wrecks while I'm flipping the pages, that's okay. But you can never learn a new technique or learn a new idea until you just kind of play and let yourself play. And that's what I wanted this page to look like. It's just kind of like, you know, the floor after you've finished wrapping presents and there's just bits of wrapping paper everywhere. That's what I kind of wanted this one to look like. So, and since I used this wrapping paper from yesterday when I wrapped a couple of gifts, I don't think I'm going to add this to this one. And maybe I'll stick that there to hold that on better on the bottom. A little Merry Christmas. And then I thought I thought these had some gift tags on them, like some to from, but I don't think they do. Nope, I don't see that. I thought I did have a couple of gift tags on here, but I guess not. So, little to from, nope. Okay, so let's put this little guy on here, and it does have a right side and a wrong side, so I'm going to just add my glue, which I will tell you, using this little, says it's a sugar bell. I found that from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She pours her glue in here, and after watching her use this, boy, it really is nice with the smaller tip, and the bottle itself is very soft. It's really nice and soft, so you're not squeezing until your thumb is killing you. I forgot which ones had the glue, just those three. It really does make a difference, especially if you're doing a big project day. So I think I got it on, nope, either at Hobby Lobby or at, I don't know if you can see that sugar bell on the side. It's super soft, like an old-fashioned baby bottle, like a baby doll bottle. And it's super easy to clean when this all gets gunked up, but I do really try to keep a pin, my little decorative pin in there to keep it flowing. Let's see. Oh, I think I might need to glue that one other bit down. I'm going to pop this, take the little tag off, add a little bit more glue right here on this last little one. I thought I was going to be able to do it with just the 3, but nope, I'm going to do this one. And I'm just doing it on the branchy parts. I don't think I need to go overboard. It's not like, this is going to be my journal. It's not one that I'm going to be selling, so I don't have to worry about how durable it is. I do think this tissue paper needed. I was hoping for a little gift tag or something, and I thought I had grabbed them, but they must still be in the pile or on the floor somewhere. And again, I can't find a 16. So what I thought I would do is I got this thing in the mail. It's a 2025, one of those little advertisement things. So I'm going to just cut out the whole month of December because I've got a ton of little December calendars. I'm just going to cut it out, and I'm going to cut it so that I can use this corner piece on something else. And throw that in my little box of items. And so this is just a fun way to share how I'm doing my December daily. I'd love going on the other creators' pages and looking to see how they're doing their December dailies, to get some ideas, see what everybody's doing. So but what I thought I would do is, I don't have a 16, so I'm going to go on here. I'm going to find the 16, and I'm going to circle it. I should have planned ahead and grabbed a red pen, but that's okay. Circle the 16, and I think we're going to put this right down here. No corner rounding, no inking, just raw, cut out, and stick it on. That's what this... I wanted this to just kind of have a little bit of a little chaotic feel to it. Okay, do I want to fill in that corner? Yeah, I think I want to fill in that corner to stiffen up the paper a little bit, especially on the edge when you have a dyed paper. Sometimes the edges can get a little bit more brittle, and so that will maybe just help when you're flipping them. So there's my 16. This does seem a little like it needs a little something. How about... if there's like a little, how about if we put, oh, here's a little a sticker. I'll put this little sticker on here. Just to stiffen that up just a tiny bit. And here's one with a little green, so that'll make it, we'll put that one down there. What do you think? There's 2 little packages on there. So that it's so it reminds me that it was wrapping, not just chaos on my page. And I'm going to call that one completed. What do you think? Yeah, that light is very bright on that. What do you think? Kind of fun. Okay, then the next to last thing we need to do is go up front and make our little daily punch. I was going to use this box that I accidentally ripped while I was trying to get it back open because I had forgotten something, and it just would not separate from the bottom, and then I ripped it. So this is now going to turn into something, but it looks like there's no room to use that. So we're going to skip that, but I do need to make my little daily punch for this. And what I use is I've got 2 different ones. One is my little stamp maker. Again, got this, you can see, at a thrift store. Same with this, and this one's just a bigger stamp maker. I use these when I'm making little faux stamps. So I just need a background color of something. Probably something maybe red, but I don't have anything within reach that is a bright red. So maybe what I can do... And see, this is where I start thinking way too much. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to do something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that piece of wrapping paper that I didn't use on my page, and I'll just use that as the little background. I'll just give that a little punch. It doesn't want to go in because it's not completely flat right there, so it's it's giving me a little bit of a fuss going all the way into the punch. There we go. And so that's going to be my background right there. Can you see that? There we go. And then this little ornament make and take that I got at the library has these little presents on there. So I thought maybe if I could fit one of these little presents in there. What's hard is when these have these little funny, the way when you cut things, they don't want to go into your punch very well. Nope, that one's not going to work. Let's see if this one is going to. And like I said before, I really prefer the other type of punch. These little hand ones, I'm not a big fan. They're hard to, especially when you want to see what you're doing, they're hard to maneuver. And so, but when you get them for a really great price, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. That's what I say. Alrighty. So then we're going to just add just a wee bit of glue like so. There we go. And I think it goes which way? I think it goes maybe that. No, maybe this way. Not that it's going to matter. I don't think we're going to get a authenticity police coming to judge the direction of my package. And so that's today's little punch out. And we'll add a little bit of glue. I really am glad I put this right in the front. It's fun to just have this little grid right in the front for every single day. It's like a little snapshot of the day. Alrighty, so we've got this. That corner does not want to go down. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do is grab our pencil for the day and go ahead and, oh, look at that. And I grabbed the same color that we had yesterday, obviously, because that one must have been on the top. But instead, we're going to use red. And again, December daily, day 16, all done. Make sure you cover your glue so that on day 17, you don't have stodgy glue. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming. If you could do me a big favor and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come back tomorrow and see what I do on the 17th. It's funny that in December, there's not a whole lot of big days kind of in the middle of the month. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.